ready to continue working on behalf of the people it was elected to serve. You of the armed forces have once again done your part to ensure that our elections are safe from interference and to protect the sanctity of the ballot box. For your vigilance during the election, and of course, for every day you serve to protect the freedom. Thank you and congratulations. As we wait for COMELEC and/or Congress to officially determine the election winners, let us all respect the work that the dedicated men and women of COMELEC are carrying out. No matter which candidates emerge victorious, we must all respect the outcome and work with these newly elected officials to take our country forward. We must now turn our sights to preparing for a new president, a new Congress, and a new set of local government officials. To ensure a smooth transition to a new government, I am putting our government at the disposal of the incoming leadership. To that end, I have instructed Executive Secretary Leandro Mendoza to lead our administration's transition cooperation team and to work closely with representatives of the next president to ensure a peaceful, orderly, and effective transition on the 30th of June. Our goal is to support a process that will help the next president hit the ground running as soon as they take office. The next president and his cabinet, they will be assuming tremendous responsibility. We all need to do what we can to support them. Part of that responsibility includes serving as Commander-in-Chief and working with all sectors of our armed forces to ensure peace and order and protecting our shores from external aggression. I count on you, the men and women of the Philippine Navy, and all other sectors of our armed forces to give the new Commander-in-Chief the same support and cooperation you have given me during my tenure as President of the Republic of the Philippines. And I take this opportunity to thank you for that support to me. You have honored our country with your commitment to our constitutions. And so, let us proceed with the transition. Upon my instructions, Secretary Mendoza has already begun the transition process. He has prepared an administrative order, which I have signed, creating the Presidential Transition Cooperation Team. He is preparing the first draft of the transition blueprint for our discussion at today's cabinet meeting right after these ceremonies. We hand over to the next administration a nation that has a strong momentum on a number of fronts. We have been able to provide 37 quarters of consecutive growth in the Philippine economy since we took office. There is no other economic record in our nation's modern history to match our overall economic performance. 9 million new jobs were created. 85% of the nation is now enrolled in the PhilHealth system. We have built 100,000 new classrooms. The internet and computers in high schools are now part of everyday life for many of our youth. Ours is the only administration with a stronger peso at the end of our term than in the beginning. Our reforms fended off the global economic recession of the last 2 years and gave us the resources to spend on stronger safety nets for the very poor. This probably explains why the latest survey indicated a tremendous drop in self-rated poverty, the lowest in 30 years, even though the global economic slump was not yet over. We have increased the pay of the great Filipino worker, whether in the private sector or in the government, including the military, the Navy, the fleet, the Marines. In 2001, a private in the Navy received 5,000 pesos basic pay. Today, he receives almost 11,000 pesos. and can look forward to the next round of salary increase under the salary standardization law we passed in our administration to take effect in the middle of this year, and which provides for a yearly increase until 2012. Likewise, an ensign in the Navy who had a basic monthly pay of 12,000 pesos in 2001 will get almost 24,000 pesos starting the middle of this year. And that goes all across the board among different ranks. There have also been non-wage benefits. Some mentioned by Admiral Goles, others more general to the armed forces, like housing, such as those in Camp Claudio in Parañaque and Sangli Point and Tansa in Cavite. And as we leave you, our men and women of the Navy, the fleet, the Marines, we reiterate that we are committed to doing what is required during this transition to give the next team the support they need to keep our country moving forward. I remember the first time I joined you as president to celebrate your anniversary. I was full of praise for the Philippine Navy. And I can say 9 years later, you have not disappointed me. Maraming salamat. Today, I give you my sincere thanks for the deeds of heroism and loyalty that showed your fidelity to our Constitution and the chain of command, and your readiness to defend our freedom, our democracy, and our republic. So brave men and women of the Navy, sail on. Continue to be victorious as you defend our seas, our 7,107 islands, and our people. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay ang Navy.